Are we
Did I
going?
change the episode number? I did.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pineapples and Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple the Fruit. This is my fellow host.
Yes. It's me.
Yes, it is him.
Yeah.
So a lot of things happened this week, 8-Bit. Well, there's one big
Indeed.
thing, and then a lot of little things
Yeah.
spiraled off of that.
hmm So before we start, this is Major Tom.
Ah, YouTube got
YouTube got me.
him.
So
So, well, let's
this is gonna
explain
be
why we
one
use.
of the big things.
Yeah, this is
That joke.
one of the reasons that we just made that joke is because my stream for the Game Awards actually got claimed because of that song "Space Oddity" by David Bowie, and apparently, I was not the only one. If you would like to elaborate.
No. So the Game Awards themselves emailed people on Twitch and YouTube and were like, "Hey, stream our stuff. Stream this. Be a co-host for it."
Oh yeah,
It'll
because
be
they had
great.
this whole
People will
co-host
notice.
service where there were official
Yeah.
channels.
And if you aren't aware right now, the recording industry of America has completely taken over Twitch. So basically, if it's a death sentence right now to play music at all on Twitch
Oh yeah,
that is like officially licensed, like Space Odyssey
yeah.
or Oddity,
Space Oddity.
Yeah,
People were screaming over the audio so they wouldn't get striked.
Ross was screaming over it so we can get Germa got banned.
Was he one of the co-hosts?
Germa, well, he was sent an email and he was like, "All right, I'll do it."
Oh my
Got banned.
god.
Germa got banned.
Dude.
I have a tweet right here. Let me get it from Ross, who specifically is like, "I was sent an email to stream this, and I'm okay." I received a literal official email asking me to stream the Game Awards. Instead of enjoying this, I have been muting and screaming over DMCA music. And again, Germa got banned, so
So yeah, it wasn't a great experience. They were
specifically
told
asked
to
and
do
didn't
it,
think about
and
it.
then they didn't offer up any protection against the repercussions.
Yeah,
So it wasn't good.
That's horrible. I'm gonna state Vinny's unethical advice as well because I think it's just funny.
Oh yeah.
I suggest that you take the Game Award stream from Twitch, if the VOD is still there, and report it. Clip those segments of the music and report them. Because if the Game Awards channel gets DMCA'd, Twitch will eventually have to realize they gotta do something.
Oh boy.
It's unethical advice, but I don't care.
Oh my god. That would
Although I
be
need
so
to check
funny.
that. I wonder if that's already happened. I gotta see if that's already happened.
Oh,
Let's
it'd
see
be
if
so
their VOD
funny.
can remove.
God, that would be so awful, but that would be so funny too. I would laugh so hard.
I wouldn't even feel that bad. They're not gonna suffer that much.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't feel that bad.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
want
fine.
it to happen, but I mean, if it happened.
It'd be pretty funny. So that was like the big horrible thing they did. Like they played Space Oddity.
Yeah.
It's obvious. And the worst part is like with Twitch and stuff, you don't even know. They can play like a song you don't know and it just your channel's
I could
gone.
play 3 notes and someone would claim
Yeah.
that because it's like the melody of something.
People made jokes because of the harmonica thing for like they did Mario music and people made jokes and they just took it down. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if they did. So that was one disaster of the Game Awards.
I wonder if we avoided
Probably
anything
the
by
biggest.
muting the parts on my stream. Like, wonder if we had gotten if we would have gotten more claims if we hadn't done that.
Probably.
Well,
Should have muted David Bowie.
Yeah, we probably should have, but it was such a good moment.
I know.
That was like one of the best part. That was like one of the best trailers.
Yeah.
Ugh. But
No
anyway,
protection.
but like it's like, and there's so much crap going on with DMCA has been in the news like lately so much. Like it's there's been talking about it from everywhere, every social
Our
media,
copyright
every
system
platform.
entirely needs a reworking
It does. It
desperately.
was not made for
For
this
YouTube,
era.
it was made in the 40s
It was
or
not made
20s,
for
I
this.
think.
I did not expect this to happen. So when it's applied to something
This
it
is a
wasn't made
hundred,
for,
yeah,
it's not gonna
1920s. I'm
work.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was 1920s or earlier. It's at least 100 years old. This is a
At
century-old system.
at
It
the
needs an
very
update.
least, it needs to be.
More
There needs.
flexible.
I was gonna say at the very least, there needs to be like exceptions or different versions created for
Yeah,
different platforms. Like
yeah.
maybe the old one can still apply to some things, but it doesn't work for the
Hmm.
internet. So there needs to be a new
Yeah.
section that is made just for the internet, something like that.
Like I don't know, copyright net neutrality or something.
Oh my god. Well, I mean,
Like just an internet-based copyright system because that's a completely different thing to tackle.
although the internet is really not understood by
Yeah,
the people who have power right now. I mean, there's a
yeah,
reason we got net neutrality deleted. We don't have it anymore. There's a reason a lot of the things there's a reason for a lot of the things. And it's
yeah.
because the people in power right now don't understand.
How the internet works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So but I
yeah,
hope we get to a point where there can be exceptions and we can work out something, but I doubt it's going to happen.
yeah.
And people are going to keep abusing the system until
Mhm.
it's fixed.
Sad.
Speaking
Until
of
it's fixed, yes,
abusing
it
the
isn't.
system, and we're
Oh,
gonna wrap back around to Game Awards again because I know you're not finished on that. But
yeah.
Giva Sunner got hit again.
I saw that. He did.
He did. He got pages and pages of emails
I
saying
hope
that a
Silva Gunner
bunch of
stays up.
stuff. I do hope Siva Gunner is safe. I think
What
Siva
is
Gunner is
up with
safe because his
Nintendo?
stuff is like parody.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hope Nintendo isn't going back to their ways they were a couple years ago. I hope we don't see Nintendo go, "Welcome to the welcome to the creator program too."
Oh God.
Even worse this time. Give us all your money. Like they're I don't know what happened recently. Are they it's like they're on a goal to just it's like someone at Nintendo was like, "Oh fuck, is that EA?
Is that
I can
EA,
do
dude?
better.
He's at
I can do
Ubisoft?
better. I can beat them at this game."
Oh my God, is that Telltale Games?
Motivated continue of 2020. Let's go. Telltale Games died, didn't it?
Yes.
That doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what's up at Nintendo, but it's like they're trying to become hated.
And I wonder if it's Nintendo of America or Nintendo of Japan, because normally these kind of matters are handled by Nintendo of Japan, but it's Nintendo of America coming after people at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm
Is it
just
Doug Bowser? I
confused.
rarely stuff. I
I
don't
really
want it to
hope
be.
it's not Doug Bowser. Because Doug Bowser is
Then
funny.
again,
I mean, Bowser is his name, so I guess if he is the villain, it would be kind of ironic. But other than that, it would
it
not
would.
be ironic because people would be dying, or not. People would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
We'd.
The other thing about it is we Doug Bowser showed up once to make a joke, and then we never saw him ever again.
Oh no, yeah, he's
He
just we
made one
haven't seen
Bowser
him.
joke and just left.
Hmm.
That's
I don't.
all we've seen of him.
I don't.
So maybe he is the.
Man,
I don't know.
it's
I
so
hope it's
weird.
not, but I don't know at this point. It could be. It would make sense at this rate because it started happening once he came into power.
It would make sense, but I don't want it to make sense.
I
Like
don't
so
either.
many things, and I would just be really upset if it was Doug because he's funny. He's so funny. His name is Doug Bowser. I really hope it's not him.
Nintendo's just being awful recently. Let's see what else happened this week. We talked about the Etika stuff, right? Or did we?
Uh, did we talk about that at Cons?
Did we talk about the Etika
We
last
might.
week?
I don't know. I
Was
don't remember.
that this week?
It was not this
I
week. I don't think. because it was covered a few Spawn waves ago. But I mean, if we can go over it really quickly, somebody
Yeah,
was not.
yeah,
They weren't making Joy. They weren't releasing Joy-Cons themselves. They were releasing Joy-Con shells, just stuff where you give it to someone, they can mod their
yeah.
Joy-Con themselves. They weren't selling actual Joy-Cons, and these Joy-Cons were based off a Twitch streamer who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. And all the money from these Joy Cons were being given to charity.
Yeah.
Um, but Nintendo steps in, and instead of working out a deal, instead of
Or some,
or something, instead of negotiating, they shut this
yeah.
guy's business down, and he wasn't making any profit from it. Again, this was all going to charity. This guy, they just shut him down. He is not allowed to sell any Edicons anymore. And he wasn't selling actual Joy-Cons, it was just shells, and all the money was going to charity, and Nintendo shut him down. And the
Shut him
internet,
down because it had no logo on it.
and it's just, I don't,
He
it's
can still
getting,
make them, by the way, as long as he removes the word Nintendo from it. But like, still,
and like, it's stuff like that. I don't want to support Nintendo anymore. I don't want to support
no,
Nintendo anymore. They need
I
to
want
get
to
their
buy
act
from other
together. But I can't,
people.
it's so hard. They give you some of the best experiences you can have. They make some of the best consoles. And it
They're like
sucks
Disney.
because
You know what Nintendo said a few years ago? They wanted to be the Disney of the industry. I guess they're doing it all
yeah,
right
I guess they're doing it. Oh
because
my
they sure are
god.
being Disney right now. Make good stuff, be horrible company.
Oh, it's awful, dude.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if they literally. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised at this point if, like, at March 31st, like, no more Mario. We are revoking Mario. No more fun. You get Wario.
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 Oh,
DMC
Rico
Mario.
Miser.
DMC Mario. DMCAR.
Ah. Team Sayario. Ah.
Like, I don't know what their goal is here. Are they just trying? Is their goal to piss people off? Because they're doing it. They're
There's
doing it all right. It's like they're
they're a
trying to
company.
make.
So their goal is to make money, but they're not realizing that their goal to make money is really hurting itself right now.
Yeah. Like, if your only goal is to make money ever and you're really blatantly obvious about it and hurt people over it, you're not gonna make more money.
Like, and I mean, what money are you really gonna
Stop
lose by
buying.
someone selling custom-made
Yeah.
shells?
Nintendo's not gonna be struggling because, oh no, someone put Mario soundtrack on YouTube. How
What
dare
money
they?
are you gonna lose for what money are you gonna lose if someone plays a game on an emulator that you don't sell anymore, that you don't give anyone a way to play anymore? What money are they gonna lose? What money are you gonna use for letting them play it? Other than maybe they didn't buy a Wii from you. Like
Yeah,
what? What?
they don't sell Wii's either. They don't sell Wii's or Wii U's anymore either. You literally can't. There is no
There's
plausible way to Paper Mario Thousand Year Door legitimately from Nintendo. They get none of the money from buying that game.
so if it is
Put it
their
on
goal to
their
make money
shop.
and that's the reason they're doing this, how are they benefiting from doing these things?
Mhm. They just don't want you to play their content, I guess. That's my only assumption.
Dude, it's like
I think
dude,
if you're
again, it's like the music industry we were just talking about.
yeah,
They can say they can just make up numbers pretty much. They can just tell
Mhm.
you, "Oh, you play this on your stream, and if you don't take it down, we have lost thousands of dollars from you playing this on your stream. You have to." They can just make up numbers. And I know the numbers probably aren't made up. They're probably calculated through some way, but there's no way that one guy playing a thing on stream or playing something, there's
yeah.
no way that that's going to cost you thousands of
Nintendo
dollars.
needs to really get their act together because if they keep this shit up and they don't put anything out that's really impressive to me in the next year or so, I might just stop buying stuff from them.
I want to
I don't
stop
know.
buying stuff, dude.
I don't want to buy from them anymore
But
unless they get
it's
their act together. They need to have something happen to them where they realize they can't do this shit and get away with it.
So frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. Um, they didn't
By
win
the
any
way, my
awards, did they? Sorry, what were you saying?
no, Animal Crossing got one award. It got Family Award. That was the only award Animal Crossing got. I would like to say right now, as of this moment, I officially endorse emulation. Download Dolphin.
Oh yeah, although we're probably gonna get our butts kicked if we say
I
this.
don't care.
But
Go download
unless
Dolphin.
you're
Not even
pirating
cool.
this gen games, just
Yeah.
all I'm saying, don't pirate games that you can get and support the people that
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
If you can get the game legitimately, don't pirate it. But if it's a
Yeah.
game that the original company isn't producing anymore, that there is no way to get it legitimately, and you have to go through eBay and buy like a $400 copy, it's fine at that point. Like, that's fair to say. Especially if you actually physically own the game. It's fair to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, like if Nintendo's not gonna have an issue, he download Paper Mario.
Mario, no one's gonna hunt you down
Yeah.
because you wanted to play Yoshi's Story. Like,
Yeah. Like he's stupid. Go download Dolphin. I mean, I've played some Thousand Year Door. Man, it looks good with an HD texture pack and a widescreen hack.
yeah, the only people that care about
That
these
game looks
games
so
anymore
good.
are
That
the
game looks
fans.
really crisp.
The only ones that care about this game anymore are the fans. So I don't. I just like. The only reason Nintendo cares about these games is because they can make money by taking people down. That's it. That is the only financial benefit from it, is that they can just take people down. They probably will get money by going to a site and saying, "Pay up or we're suing you." Like,
That's the only reason they're doing this.
and it's so absurd that they can just do that, and I can't do it, dude.
A serious reworking.
Oh,
And Nintendo's being shitty.
it's
Oh,
awful.
speaking of that though, everybody keeps making fun of them, and the Twitter's kind of funny.
Huh?
You go to their Twitter account, and it's kind of funny
Why?
because they'll post something on Nintendo's Twitter, and they'll be like, "Look, new game coming out this day on eShop," and then everybody's just completely shitting on them in the comments.
Let me pull this up. Hold on. Okay, let's look at the comments. Sea of Solitude. This game looks great. Also free Melee.
Yep. Cease and desist shirts. Make fun of them all you want.
Oh my god, dude.
I encourage it. Make fun of Nintendo.
You know, the first post I clicked on is incredibly angering because I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing more people defending Nintendo. And I'm so pissed.
Don't defend these people.
Yeah, yeah, they have the legal right to do this. Yes, they can do it. They can do it. It's fine. They have the legal right to do this, and I know you're tired of hearing about this, but it does. But the reason people are angry is because they have a right to be angry.
Okay, I want to point something out real quick because I see so many people use that argument. Oh, they have the legal right to. Guess what? I could legally do 100 years ago. Own a slave. Doesn't make it okay now, does it? It's not a good argument.
Morals and legality are not the same thing. You cannot base your morals off what is legal.
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
You'd think that would be common sense, but it's apparently not. Not a good argument. Stop using it.
It's so.
I feel bad for the guy who runs the page though, because he's just like, "Look, guys, funny thing."
And also, yeah, don't go harass the Twitter accounts because that's not actually like the CEO of Nintendo tweeting. The guy that's doing that is just the guy that's in charge of social media. Like, he doesn't have any power in the decisions that are made. He can report to Nintendo what he sees, but Nintendo isn't gonna listen to social media.
You can put funnies on it though. You can post like jokes, but don't harass the guy.
Yeah.
I imagine he's probably looking at it thinking it's funny. A lot of them, he's like, yeah, they suck.
I would guess that he understands.
Probably. He's like, wow, this is shitty.
If he's the one that's in charge of social media,
Yeah.
he probably understands social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a really depressing situation.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to wrap it back around to the Game Awards? Because I did want to say more about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the Game Awards, guess who won?
guess what is the best game of the year? That's right, everybody! It's Super Mario Brothers 2!
Super Mario Bros.
Super Mario Brothers 2, the sequel to the best game of all, Super Mario Brothers 2, everyone. I think we all knew it was gonna happen. Yes, we are stealing Donkey's joke.
Yep, it's ours now. Yes,
Go watch Video Game Donkey. Anyways, the actual winner is Last of Us 2. No one's
Last of
surprised
Us
there.
2.
Everyone's angry though.
So basically, what happened was the critics all loved the game. Everyone else hated it, and 90% of the voting for the
Is from critics.
Game Awards comes from the critics. So if you want to see the real game of the year, it's Ghost of Tsushima because of the fan vote.
I don't know
Which-
if the van if the it didn't because the fan vote
But also, you would think they'd fix that, right?
yeah they would have fixed it before announcing.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but I seriously want to be told why people like the game so much, and I don't want to comment on its quality because I haven't played the game, and I know we joke about it so much, but I can't tell you if it's a good or bad game. I can just tell you what I've heard other people say.
What I have heard is the game is about a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10.
Oh yeah,
It's not a bad game. Its visuals are incredibly impressive. The gameplay is not terrible. The audio's pretty decent. Accessibility options are really good. It's purely the story that makes people angry because the
and
story's
it's just
kind of dumb.
compared.
And it's one of those. I would say it's the last. It's the Last Jedi. Do you remember the Last Jedi?
Yeah, I remember Last Jedi.
That was a movie that most Star Wars fans, like a lot of them, really don't like, but other ones really do like. So it's a very divisive game.
And it's just there was so much good competition this year.
Yeah.
There was
Another
so
issue I've
much
got is they didn't just vote Game of the Year for a game that's like pretty well known for horrible crunch time and abuse of people in the industry.
Oh yeah.
That game came out with crunch, and that's probably why it came out the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
Another game that did that recently though is Cyberpunk.
Oh
I'm
no.
not Yeah, they crunched it at the end of the game. They crunched that, and it's very obvious.
Even after all the delays, they still crunched.
Yep.
They should have just
And
taken
even
more
after all
time.
the
They should have just said it was a 2021
Cyberpunk.
game.
Yeah, they should have. Cyberpunk 2077 is a buggy disaster.
Oh no, I have
is a
seen some of the bugs. It is so funny.
Vinny made an entire video just on the bugs, and he doesn't even speak in it. That's how you know it's buggy.
There was
Buggy
one
net.
tweet that I saw where apparently in the scene where some guy gives you his biochip, instead of the biochip rendering as the biochip in the guy's head renders as a gun. So he takes a gun out of his head and then inserts the gun into your head.
Oh no.
It's like the wrong asset got called. How does that happen? Or what?
I don't know.
Sorry, YouTube's being weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a buggy mess. It does not run on the PS4 and Xbox One. Please don't buy it on that. You literally can't play it. It doesn't play. I'm not kidding. If you
What do you
look at the
mean?
gameplay, it looks awful, and the frame rate is in the teens. You are lucky if you reach 25 frames per second on the PS4 and Xbox One.
What about PS5?
That's probably fine on the PS5. But you
Okay.
can't get a PS5. No one can get a PS5 or
That's
an
fair.
Xbox Series X or S. It runs pretty well on the S, though, if you can get an S. But no one can get these consoles, so the real only option you've got is PC right now, or somehow acquire one of the consoles that you can't get. So it is a buggy mess. There are some issues that aren't even bug related. The game doesn't do a great job with representation, and it did have that one epileptic seizure thing that it doesn't do a great job with, but did get a patch recently.
Okay, that's
I think
good.
today it got a patch for that. It got a patch for the epileptic thing,
What
but
does
it
it
doesn't
do?
have. What happened was when you put on a thing in a game, it simulates what because there's a device people use to put people in epileptic seizure
Yeah.
mode. Like it literally is designed to give people seizures
What?
for like studies testing. It's a device used for like testing and such, probably medication testing, but it's designed for that. And in the game, they use the same visuals. So if you're prone to seizures and you play the game at that point, it guaranteed will probably give you a seizure.
Oh my god.
Luckily, they put a patch in to fix that, so that's been fixed.
But this shouldn't have been a
Um,
patch. It should have been a forethought.
yeah, it should have been, but it wasn't. I'm sure it was an oversight, but yeah.
Everyone was so excited about this game too because it's made by Project Red, who made The Witcher, and like The
Um,
Witcher.
Another issue is they did boast a bit about how like, look, see guys, you can make representative characters, but the gender options are tied to the voice options.
Oh.
There's no non-binary option available, which I'm not sure how exactly that would be done because of language barriers, but I know COD did it, so I'm sure they could
I'm
somehow
sure
have
they could.
figured it
I'm
out.
sure they could do it. It wouldn't be
Yeah,
that hard for at least the English people to just redo their lines and say they and
yeah,
them instead of the other things.
and
Like it wouldn't be that hard.
yeah. I'm sure these are oversights. I don't think they intended for these things to be the way that they are, but they are valid criticisms of the game. I do think the game is still overall a good game
Have you been
and
able to
worthy
play
of
it?
playing. I can't play it until I get a PS5 or new PC, but I'm sure it's still a good game. I've heard it's still very fun. It's just got bugs and a few issues. I'd give it a I'd give it a month
Okay,
or
sorry.
two, which most people probably will, because you can't get a PS5 right now.
Hmm.
So once the PS5 is available, you'll probably be able to play it, and by then it'll probably be fixed up. But it should have been delayed a few more months.
Oh yeah.
They were probably forced into crunch mode because, well, another delay.
Hmm.
But it should have been delayed another month or two.
They should have. They should have delayed it until maybe midway through next year.
Yeah.
This should be an open beta. That's what this should be.
Yeah.
Open beta.
It kind of
And I
is.
know it sucks to put all that time and effort into a project and go,
Mm.
this is a beta. Because I know, because beta doesn't sound like it's near completion. But guess what? This game isn't near completion.
No,
This
it
game was
is
not
so many
done.
bugs. It needs polish, at least a month of polish. So yeah, I'd say wait a month or two. I've heard the game crashes before, like you'll be playing it and it'll just crash. So wait a month, wait a month or two, see how it's going. The game itself is still good. The game itself is good. It's just got bugs that need fixed, and I think that's kind of not too surprising in a game this ambitious and big. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just they
I
should
would say
have.
this, at the current moment, the game is Skyrim. This is the modern Skyrim. Buggy mess, but still a good game.
Skyrim is still a classic game. It's still
Yeah,
a game that people
and
will
it's a
play over and over again because it's just so good. But yeah,
at the very least, CD Projekt One will at least attempt to fix the bugs, unlike Bethesda. So, but yeah,
yeah. At least they're putting in the effort, but we shouldn't. Again, it goes
should have been
back to that the saying. Was it from Shigeru Miyamoto?
yes.
It's like
Shigeru Miyamoto. A bad game,
a
a delayed game is temporarily delayed, but
or
a
a
bad
rush
game is
game. A
forever.
rushed game.
Yeah,
A delayed game will eventually be good, but a rushed game will
yeah,
always be bad.
yeah. That's the cool.
Unless
That's
you're
a
No
good quote.
Man's Sky, I guess.
Yeah, that was weird. No Man's Sky,
No
yeah.
Man's Sky just said, "Screw you, Miyamoto."
No Man's Sky got the biggest polish up treatment I've ever seen. It got a huge glow up like a month, like a year or two later.
and it got
That
and it
game's
got
really
yeah, it got an award this year, and I'm really proud of it.
cool. Yeah, that was an indie game, so
hmm
but yeah.
If we want to go back to Game Awards again, because there's just so much shit that happened. Um, let's talk about the nominees. So obviously we talked
Yeah.
about how Last of Us 2 got the Game of the Year, whatever, whatever. But they also swept the boards on almost everything that they were in. They got Best Narrative, they got Best Game
Yeah.
Direction, they got Best Art,
Well,
or no,
that
they didn't get
best
they got Best
narrative
Sound
really baffled
Design.
me because like that was the most diverse part. It's
Oh
the
yeah.
most,
And I don't understand why it won Best Sound Design over Half-Life Alyx. Like, and again, I don't know if the critics who say these games are that good have actually played these games.
yeah.
And
I do wonder if they played them or if they were like.
again,
I think I'd like to point out. I'm pretty sure there were a few instances where they were paid off, but I can't confirm that. I don't know for certain, but I remember there were like a few critics that were like eventually revealed having been paid off to do good reviews of the game.
yeah, like it's
And
so
90% of it being review based. Yeah.
and I bet this wasn't Naughty Dog's fault. I bet that Naughty Dog didn't like pay anyone or do anything cuz that really didn't sound like something they would do. Naughty Dog honestly makes good games.
Yeah, they do.
But like their decision here is reflecting badly on Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
And it's fine that they won Game of the Year. If that's what the critics thought, then that's what the critics thought. That's not.
Yeah.
The Game of the Year doesn't have to be your Game of the Year.
hmm Although I don't like the fact that it's decided by critics 90% because
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
it more Oscars where it's like, yes, this one made the most money for us, therefore I voted for it.
And that's what this is. This is the Oscars for video games.
Yeah, if you want
You
to see the
can.
real, again, I would say more representative of what people like the most would be Ghost of Tsushima because it won, you know, reviewer awards. But if you don't trust that one, which kind of fair because it might have been hacked, there's a Steam Awards. I think that'll eventually happen.
Oh, yeah. I really hope that. And the Game Awards was barely about the awards, anyways. Like the nominees, the few that like there were some good nominees. I mean, there were some good winners. Like Among Us winning Best Mobile Game, I respect that. Hades winning Best Indie, I respect that.
No,
Tell Me Why winning
I
Best
wish,
Game for
I wish,
Impact, again, I respect that. That sounds like a really good game. I haven't played it. I know nothing about it. Final Fantasy Remake Best Score and Music, I respect that. I think Doom Eternal should have won, but Final Fantasy VII, that's a respectable choice. I. But the thing is, it didn't even matter.
accessibility, by the way.
Oh yeah.
The one like there were very valid ones in one. That game has some of the best accessibility settings I've
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen. I think blind people can play the game.
But the thing is,
That's pretty impressive.
why should I care about the awards? Because the Game Awards doesn't care about the awards. The entire stream, I kid you not, I swear, about an hour of it was actually listing the awards, and the other 3 to 4 hours, three
Thing
to
went
four
for
hours,
entire
counting
thing.
4 hours if you count the pre-show, was about next year's games.
hmm
What is happening? Hold on.
This was 3. This
Data.
wasn't. Oh,
YouTube's messing up. Okay, it's fine. But this isn't supposed to be E3. This
yeah.
is supposed to be celebrating gaming this year. And instead, we got a presentation that constantly give us the exact same game on over and over again. I swear, like 4 of those games it showed in succession, and I thought they were the same game.
Yep. It
I
shouldn't have been about like showing stuff off. It should have been just the awards.
it shouldn't have been about next gen announcements. It should have been about it should have been about it should have been about celebrating gaming.
I'm okay with 1 or 2 announcements, but like not tons. It's like 3 hours, and it was just announcing
It was 3 hours.
stuff. A lot of weird stuff to do. They put Vin Diesel in Ark. Why'd they put Vin Diesel in Ark?
And nothing tells me that they don't care about the Game Awards more than the fact that they announced some of the awards in the pre-show. The part of the show that isn't even actually the Game Awards, it's just hyping up the Game Awards, had awards.
Yeah.
So what was supposed to be considered the main event was not considered the main event because it didn't happen in the main event.
Yep.
What does that tell us?
It's becoming a disaster. We got Jeff Keighley's not going to show up next year at this rate.
I
He's gonna
hope
leave
not,
it
dude.
too.
He can
I
have
hope
he can. There are better things that he can do, dude.
He left
Jeff-
E3. He might as well leave this too. He left E3 for the same reasons.
Oh yeah.
Surprised he showed up for this.
And it's just so frustrating. Like, I'm glad that we got all those announcements, but you could have, but the Game Awards didn't need to be about that.
Yeah.
Like, Disney over here wasn't gonna wasn't gonna announce Loki at the freaking Oscars. That's not how that works.
Yeah. They had their own thing during the Game Awards for some weird reason. It went as the Game Awards were going.
That's honestly what I wish I had spent my time doing instead. Also, the Game
Yeah.
Awards was really boring. I got an hour and a half in, and I just couldn't make any more jokes because it was just so draining.
Mm-hmm. It was boring.
It was so repetitive. It was just game after game after game after guy playing random guitar after game, and that's not
Again,
what
I
I was
think
there
what
for.
I think what happened is just E3 didn't happen this year, and they're like, "Fuck, I gotta put it in somewhere." And Game Awards was when they decided to. This shows why we needed E3. We had sort of E3, but not really.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of companies that took as big of advantage of what Jeff Keighley's project there was.
Yeah.
And that was really exciting, and not nearly enough companies took advantage of it. Instead, they took advantage of the Game Awards, which is not even about announcing games. And
Speaking of Nintendo and that type of stuff, so Nintendo didn't show up for that thing, by the way.
oh yeah, they didn't.
What
They
E3
haven't showed up.
Say E3 had happened this year, what would Nintendo have done? Because they didn't have anything.
They probably would have showed off Paper Mario.
That's it. That would have been a really disappointing.
Paper
E3,
Mario and a new Smash Fighter, and that would have been it.
Hmm.
I mean, they basically had a whole E3 dedicated to just Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And yes, Smash Brothers is a big IP, but that shouldn't be the only game you show up with. Actually, that and probably Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, okay. And Pikmin 3 Deluxe, I guess. So
Yeah.
they had some... Still, though. I missed Directs. I think those are gone.
They might be.
I think they're genuinely gone. I don't think we'll ever get Directs ever again. We went the whole year without a Direct, and I think their new format is to just release the game. Like,
Just release it. And I'm
It's
okay with
kinda-
that.
Yeah.
I just wish that
I
there
think
was
so.
more of a hurrah. Because now I don't know when
Yeah.
games are releasing. I just go on my Switch one
Yeah.
day and it's like, yo, this game is out. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, I would have liked to have at least tell us you're gonna announce it at this date. So I missed Directs a lot. They were fun. They were like the big thing. It's how you knew stuff was coming, and you'd see a whole bunch of fun new stuff.
It was awesome, dude.
But Nintendo's against fun now, so
Oh, yeah. And I wonder if that's
Nintendo
another change
hates
by
their-
Doug, is that he was just like, no more.
fun. We are not a fun company anymore. I worry Nintendo's gonna Wii U themselves again.
I am a little bit worried about that, but
They're
also it would be
acting like-
really funny.
They're acting like the Wii again. This is the
Uh-huh.
exact thing they did with the Wii.
They
They're in
got
the exact-
super
they're-
cocky after
They're in
their...
the same situation. They're in the exact same situation as they were with the Wii.
Yeah, their ego is so large right now.
Their ego is up because of how well their stuff is selling, Their console's outdated, so it can't do any of the new
Oh,
games.
and yeah, I watched all the way through Arlo's review of Paper Mario.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was more of a review of the company.
Yeah.
And like he points out a lot of things there that wouldn't have happened if they hadn't had such a big ego. So there
Yeah.
has to be an ego problem going on at Nintendo right
Yeah.
now,
They're
right?
full of themselves. They're doing too well. And this isn't Nintendo that even does this all the time, though Nintendo suffers the most from this.
Yeah, everybody suffers from
They
ego at
all
some point.
do this. I don't know how. Well, no, I mean companies. Every company has this issue. And
Oh
they
yeah,
refuse to learn from it. Sony's going to do it again, too. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it, dude.
Xbox. Yeah, Xbox had it going into last gen. They were doing so well with the 360, and then they came into the Xbox One and just assumed everyone would buy from them because look at how much 360s we sold.
Yo guys, this time you have to
Everyone
buy a Kinect with it. How do you feel? The console won't boot unless the Kinect is connected.
Oh wait, no one bought our shit. We're sorry. And
We're
then they
sorry.
became super because no one bought their console.
Because they got scared.
Yeah.
But Nintendo doesn't need to be
And then-
scared because people bought the Wii
Yeah.
U. It was a shit
Yeah.
console, but people bought it.
Not as many.
And people are
Wow,
not as
a
many,
lot.
but people still bought it. And people are still gonna keep buying Nintendo consoles because it's the only way to play their game. They're literally making they control their own supply and demand.
Yeah.
Because the best thing about Nintendo is their games, by far. And the only way to play their games is through their consoles.
Yeah.
I
they have
guarantee
good
you,
games.
people would have loved
But-
Mario Odyssey just as much if it was on PS4.
Yeah.
But it's not, and Mario Odyssey was one of the best games of the year it came out in, so you have to buy a Switch to play it.
Yeah.
They control their own supply and demand. And because
I
people...
feel like it's funny. They would be a more humble company if they were a third-party studio. They'll never become it, but I honestly wouldn't mind it at this rate. I'd like to see them third-party for the sole purpose of they're too egotistical at this rate.
It's so...
There's no way to stop Nintendo from being
Mhm.
Nintendo, so
Oh my god.
I don't know what the advice is. I don't know. They need to
I wonder
change the
what would
shit.
happen if they dialed it back and just focused on games.
I know, right? Like they're spending an effort to do that. This is stuff that could have been going to Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 could have
Mhm.
used these employees, but no, we gotta
Yeah.
take down all of Gilva Sunner's channel because
Dude.
Mario music is on it.
Yeah, dude, the sun is going to implode before Nintendo can be experienced on anything that's not a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
Dude,
They'll
if
never
you want to listen to Yoshi's Island music, you better open up Super Smash Bros. Brawl or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for $60 on your Switch. You better put it in your pocket. And you better plug in your headphones because we don't support Bluetooth. And you better be walking down the street holding your Switch, listening to that Yoshi Story music. You're not allowed to have it on your phone.
Yeah.
What is the logic there?
Nintendo hates fans and fun. That's my takeaway from this. Nintendo hates. They hate you.
Nintendo.
Hate people who buy their stuff. It's like they
Nintendo.
don't want us to. It's like they intentionally like how much can we make them hate us before they stop buying our shit?
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't care about its consumers. Nintendo only cares about the people who aren't buying their stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as you're not a consumer of a Nintendo, that's when you're important to them. But as soon as you actually care about what they make, it doesn't matter anymore. Unless you're Masahiro Sakurai. But other than that, if you're a consumer for Nintendo, you don't matter to them.
Well, no, it doesn't even count actually. Sakurai is his own company. Smash Bros. Isn't a Nintendo IP. I think they own the name, but it is not really a Nintendo game. It's owned by
Yeah.
Sakurai's company, so doesn't even count. Probably why it's so pro everything that Nintendo isn't pro.
Go support. Actually, no, still support Super Smash Brothers because we like Sakurai. But there are a lot of games that do some things that Smash Brothers did a little bit better that you can also go and support.
Mm-hmm.
Games like Riders of Aether. There was a new one that came out recently. I don't remember what it's called. Um,
If you're looking for good Nintendo game alternatives, again, like indie games are good. There's a lot of them. Bug Fables, good Paper Mario replacement.
the people that made Super Smash Bros. 2 are making their own Smash Brothers. Basically, they're making their own platform fighter.
Ooh, that's fun.
And Smash Bros. 2 was an amazing game, and it was made in Flash. This isn't gonna be made in Flash. And they're using it, and they're doing it using indie characters. Again, I don't remember what it's called, and I'm really upset that I don't remember what it's called. But they're getting it crowdfunded right now. They have a lot of great goals. They're gonna be using. They interact with the community a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
so exciting to see that. See people challenging Nintendo. That's the exciting thing.
Yeah.
People are challenging Nintendo now.
Yeah, go play Bug Fables because that's a game that's really good and is Paper Mario that people actually
Yeah,
want.
we should do that. We should make a list
Of just
of
make
just
a Christmas
Nintendo
list
game
of
alternatives. Games that you
Yeah.
can play where you don't have to support Nintendo.
Yeah.
But will give you just as good or a better experience than Nintendo can deliver to you.
What was the Mario one? That's a good Mario alternative. Hat in Time is pretty good, I think.
Hat in Time is great. I loved
Yeah.
Hat in Time.
That's a good that's a good Mario Odyssey alternative.
Oh, no.
Breath of the
Hat
Wild
in Time was a
kind of
great game. By the way, the game I was talking about is called Framemakers. It completely supports it's completely crowdfunded. It is completely being it's got people are so excited for this game. It's got $269,000.
If you like Star Fox, and if you're a Star Fox fan, you already know Nintendo fucking hates trying to make a good Star Fox game, and every time they're like, but motion came through. They always throw some stupid bullshit into the Star Fox games. Ever since Star Fox 64, they've tried to mess with it. I'm not kidding. I mean, look at it. The next Star Fox game after 64, which was really good, was basically a Zelda game. Then we got a DS game that had forced DS controls. Then we got Star Fox Zero, which is Star Fox Zero.
It's Star Fox Zero, dude.
Motion controls are so forced, and it's not even that good of a game. But if you like Star Fox, check out X Zodiac on Steam. That is a really good Star Fox style game.
Oh yeah.
And it's an indie game, and I think it's pretty cheap. I don't know if it's fully finished yet, but I know it's in early beta. I need to check. I haven't checked it out. There's a demo even if you want to check out the demo. The demo's on there for free. If you want to get the demo. And it should run on most hardware.
Oh
It's
yeah.
but it's so much fun. So I'm following that game. I hope that game comes out soon because it looks really good.
Ugh.
From what I
It's just like there are so many
Celeste-
reasons to like.
another good. Yeah, Celeste is a good 2D platform.
Oh my god, no! Celeste is honestly one of the most beautiful games I've ever
Mhm.
played. That game
Maybe that's
handles the topics it handles extremely well. That game is it's extremely hard but extremely rewarding at the same time. It is
Yeah, it's not even. And the thing about it, it's one of those difficult games that are like justifiably difficult. Like it's not one of those games you'll die in that game and you'll know why you died. You're not
you'll
gonna
know
be
why
like,
you
that
died.
was stupid.
It's so
You never like that
good.
was stupid. It feels like, oh yeah, I get.
If
why
you
I died.
like
It
Crash
makes sense.
Bandicoot, you will probably like Celeste, and you will probably cry when you play it. It is a genuinely beautiful game that handles the topics it handles extremely well, and I just love that game. I love it so much, dude.
It's a good Christmas time game too, just because it's cold. Ooh, I just looked it up on Steam. It is 75% off.
What is it called?
Celeste is Celeste.
Oh, Celeste. Okay, I didn't know if we were still talking about Celeste.
It's $5 on Steam.
Yeah, let's see that. By next podcast, we are going to have a list of games that you can buy that are like Nintendo games, but
Yeah.
are excellent experiences, like Bug Fables, like Celeste, like A Hat in Time, and just go out and buy them. There's a huge Steam sale going on because of the Game Awards. It should be still going on by next podcast, but I'm not sure. I lied. It's
I
not.
don't know.
It's going to end by Monday. But
Yeah. Please buy Celeste. It's worth it. It's $5. This is one of the best deals you're gonna find for this game for like
oh
a
yeah.
while.
Oh my
Get it
god.
now if you can. Literally $5. I can't understand how good of a deal that is. $5 for Celeste
Yeah.
is really,
There's gonna be a
really
winter
good.
sale going on soon. I guarantee it. So when that winter sale comes around,
Yeah, that'll
just
be a good time.
it's such a good time.
Again, they'll get Celeste for $5. That's like an amazing deal.
Oh no, that is an amazing game, dude.
That game shouldn't even be $20. That should be a $60 game. It was so good.
It is
And there's
so
DLC, I
good.
think. Yeah, there's DLC too.
Ori is another good choice for platformer.
Ori is a good platformer.
I just need to look at my Steam library.
Yeah.
Again,
What else?
if you want a platform fighter that's competitive and don't want to get shut down because you want to play Melee, go play Rivals of Aether. That's another really good one.
There are some good fan games. I'm wary about saying them because I don't want them to get like an issue. So I will say it. I will say his name backwards. So let me take a second.
I am
figure out how to say it.
confused.
Okay. Whoa.
And Aiden, you should play Sonic Mania. I know you're watching this. Well, I don't know if you're watching this, but Aiden, go play Sonic Mania. That's not relevant to what we're talking about, but Sonic Mania.
Rename Izek. Type that in backwards, and you'll get the guy who makes really good Super Mario 64 ROM hacks.
Oh, that guy. I was really confused.
I don't want to say his name because I know he'll get shut down if I do. Because he has before. He makes amazing ROM hacks for Mario 64.
Oh man.
Nintendo won't figure that out. They don't understand backwards speak. They don't,
They
have
don't
backwards
understand
compatibility.
backwards.
Of course they don't. They don't offer backwards compatibility. They don't understand.
This is the dumbest joke.
They don't understand
They
backwards at all.
don't offer backwards compatibility. They can't understand what I just said.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
won't
god.
comprehend. It's fine. That's how we get past them.
It's so dumb.
They don't understand backwards.
They don't have backwards compatibility. They can't understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
uh,
But yeah, it's for like $5. I can't believe it's that cheap. And the DLC is $2.24. I don't think I have the DLC. But I have the game on the Switch, so I'll have to check that. But yeah, get it if you can. That's a good deal.
oh yeah. I had another thing I was gonna talk about. I had like one more thing.
Mm.
Oh, Sephiroth and Smash.
Yeah,
I'm very curious
Yeah.
about your opinions on this.
I think it's cool. I know a lot of people are very excited. It's pretty cool that we got Sephiroth and Smash, considering there's only 2 Final Fantasy VII songs in the entire game.
I think it's pretty cool.
So yeah, I didn't really expect.
I think it's pretty funny that he killed Mario.
He did kill Mario.
He did kill Mario. He's dead. He's so dead. But
I think it'll be cool. I bet a lot of people are excited for it. But to reiterate, fuck Nintendo.
oh yeah.
I'm not in the mood to praise them right now. So
I am a little. I think it's fine that they added Sephiroth. I just don't understand why we needed another Final Fantasy VII rep.
it's cool.
Like we had a Final Fantasy VII rep.
Based on villains and heroes thing, because there's a lot of villains that have been added. Kind of makes
Yeah.
sense to add them.
It makes sense, but it's like I just they could have had representation for other games too, and it would have been really good.
Yeah. I still wish there was an indie game rep. I still really wish there
Oh,
was
yeah.
an indie game rep.
If we could get
No,
like Doom. No, Doom is an indie game. Hold on, I need to think.
Shovel Knight. If
Yeah,
Shovel
if-
Knight were a character, I would have lost my shit.
If we could get like
Shovel-
Shovel Knight or even like Undyne, which that's not gonna happen, or like Chris from Deltarune, or like
Madeline
I mean we got
Blanche,
Steve,
not
but Steve is
gonna happen.
barely an indie game anymore. Minecraft is barely an indie game.
Is it now, so it doesn't count.
And I'm glad we got
Madeline
Steve. It means there's a
Blanche
lot more we
added.
can do now, but it's Steve.
Could you imagine if they put Madeline in? She just moved fast. Oh, Spelunky is a good game.
Splunky would be a fun game to try and interpret and put in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would replace though.
I
I'm
don't.
sure it'd be.
I need to
It's
find more indie
Nintendo.
games. Oh God, the guy from Overkill. Like he doesn't even have a name. You're just the guy from Overkill. If you punch
Yes.
someone, that would be a really interesting character.
Sense.
Maybe he would have a lot of attacks that would benefit
like-
camping, but like you have to get up and close, or
Yeah.
maybe like there's some detriment. Like obviously you wouldn't restore health by killing people. That wouldn't make sense.
Like he's weak to physical attacks.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's weak to like punch attacks and such, but not to projectiles.
Maybe
Yeah, glass cannon.
oh
Yeah, you can
yeah.
be glass cannon, and you can heal yourself by risking being punched off the stage. That's
Or
a
maybe
really
or maybe
interesting idea.
the hold on, I gotta think. No, I have no idea. But like just more indie game characters.
Yeah,
It'd be
I'd like to see
cool.
more indie. That would be really nice.
But also speaking of Sephiroth, I should probably play Final Fantasy VII, shouldn't I, 8-bit?
Yes.
I have it on my PC. I said I was gonna stream it at some point. I could do that tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know if I can
around.
do it. I have a lot of work still, but after next week is over, I'll be free because winter break finally will happen, and in my ever-ending pain will subside.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
maybe there'll be a stream tomorrow if you guys want to look at it on the Discord. A lot of things happened recently to where I'm like maybe I should play Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Like I was told by an artist whose opinion I really respect because they're like my favorite artist that I should play it. And then Sephiroth comes out, and then I have no idea why he's in Smash. So now it's like the stars are aligning. So I think I'm gonna play it. Um, I'll probably stream it sometime tomorrow. It'll probably be 6-7 p.m. But I'll announce it on
Okay.
the Discord. And if you guys want to join me on that stream tomorrow, probably again, then yeah, it'll be fun. I'll be happy to have you guys there
Yeah.
for my first experience of what many consider to be the best game of all time.
Hmm.
So it'd be pretty cool. I've actually been returning to Crash too. I don't know why, because I really didn't like Crash. It was really hard.
Yeah.
But with the release of Crash 4 and me watching a bunch of reviews of it, I was like, I want Crash. So I played Crash 1 up until the one level where there's just an endless void, and if you mess up one jump, you just fall into the void, and you have like
Yeah.
no lives, so you have to restart at the beginning. And it was just so hard that I was like, okay, no more Crash for today. But Crash still holds up. Insane Trilogy still good.
Yeah.
I wish I had Crash 4 now because that game looks really good.
Yeah. Hades is on sale.
How much? Dude, if we got the Hades guy as a rep, I think that would be honestly
Oh, man.
amazing. That'd be really fun.
Yeah. It's $5 off. I heard it was really good. I haven't played it though.
I mean, it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, it was probably pretty good.
Probably pretty good.
I heard it was alright.
I heard it was alright, man. I don't know.
So back to Game of the Year. I want
Oh,
to point
back.
out Half-Life Alex got robbed.
Oh no, it still got robbed. It
The
didn't
only
get best
reason
sound
that
design.
The only reason that game didn't win was because most people don't have a VR headset. They couldn't
Oh
play
yeah,
it.
it's not
That
a
game won
super accessible game.
VR. If it weren't for the fact that it's a VR game, it would have won.
Oh no, it would have. Would have won. It is such an
If-
excellent game.
If VR were just more accessible and cheaper, it would have won.
It is such.
But
A
common.
good game.
Very much not uncommon in Half-Life. Every Half-Life game is known for being really hard to
Yeah, freaking
get your hands on.
Half-Life gets a return after like a decade, and it
Hmm.
doesn't even get, and it doesn't win.
One award,
It,
not
it,
even
it
one
wins.
award.
It wins like one award, right? How many awards did it win?
I don't know if it won any actually.
No, it
No, it
won. It
won
won
best.
best VR game, but there was no competition there.
No, it's Half-Life Alex. Of course, it won best VR game.
Yeah, the competition was Dreams, a game that just has VR compatibility. Star Wars Squadrons, Marvel's Iron Man VR, and The Walking Dead, The Saints and Sinners. There is no competition there.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
not
Iron
a
Man
hard.
VR, but other than that, no competition.
What was the multiplayer one? Because I know that was like no competition at all.
Multiplayer?
Among Us one, didn't it? Yeah,
I don't know. I think they did.
yeah.
And honestly,
And
they
they're
deserve
going
that.
against like Fortnite too, so like not a lot of competition.
It was Valorant and Animal Crossing, and those are really the only two that I think had a chance. I didn't really think Fall Guys had a chance because they kind of fell off after a few months.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Game Award is really depressing. Huh?
yeah.
Oh, Phasmophobia won Best Debut Game. I'm guessing
Hmm.
that was announced during the pre-show because it was not announced during the stream. But that's cool. I don't know why it won over Carry On or Raji, but
Yeah.
it won, which is cool, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, carry on the Game Pass. Just check that out.
I heard Carry On was like an amazing game. And Phasmophobia is super fun, but it is definitely not an amazing game.
Yeah.
It is still in early access, I'm pretty sure. So it's I'm glad that it won. It definitely impacted, but there were a lot of games in that section.
Yeah.
Do you think early access games should be allowed in the Game Awards? Because they're not
What one
technically
was
out.
early access? Yeah,
Huh?
what one was it that was early access?
Phasmophobia.
Ah, I don't know if they should be.
Because
They're not
if
really
something's
out.
early access, it's more of a beta, right?
Yeah. It's more of a beta. It's not really out.
Yeah. It's on one platform. There's not much. It's not done. It's not the finished game. And because of this,
Yeah.
they're gonna get robbed next year. They're gonna get robbed whenever the game actually releases, because it's probably not gonna count. You don't have the game's full potential yet. You shouldn't review it yet because it's not out.
Yeah.
It's not actually done. And I think that there needs to be I think Steam's early access service is really weird
Yeah.
because a lot of the time the game is just released as early access and it never gets pulled out of it.
Mhm.
And it's nice to have that game even though it would never came out on it, but there needs to be
Yeah.
there needs to be better wording. Early access does not get across the fact that this should be called beta access. That's what it should be called.
Yeah.
Like I signed up for, which this is exciting. Half-Life 4 got a spiritual successor by the original company that made Half-Life, or not Half-Life, Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead
Yeah,
got
I
a
was gonna say
spiritual successor,
different
which is really exciting. The game looks so good. I am definitely streaming that with some friends when it comes out. I do, it's so good. But that spiritual successor has an open beta. But that open beta is not going to be nominated for the Game Awards 2021 because it's a beta.
Yeah.
It's not done yet. No, the early access stuff for Steam.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a beta test. And no one reviews beta tests, but people feel like that they can just review the beta test because yeah, it's a beta. They can review early access because it's not labeled as a beta test. You still have to pay for the
Yeah.
game. You still have to do all this stuff. And yeah, you get the game when it's not in beta, but there definitely needs to be more of a try. Early access needs to be kind of revamped because making the game,
Too hard stuff. You finish though.
the way that they've set it up, it sets a lot of games up for failure. Because if you just want to, again, just have an open beta and you want to do that on Steam, maybe because it's like one of the best platforms to ever for PC gaming. You're opening your game up to criticism when it's not finished. And when you get criticism on a thing that is not finished, it's going to bring the general hype for your game down. So it has to be really good in the beta. Because again, this is my final word on it. When it's released in Steam's early access form, it's no longer a game that has potential because people don't see it as that anymore. Because you have to pay for it. People see it as the finished product, which just isn't true. So Steam needs to change it so it's clear. Anyways, you go. Hello? Am I alone? Everything's gone quiet. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I collapsed because I loaded YouTube. I hate
It's
my
too much. It was all those lawsuits going on your computer at once.
Yeah.
It was too much.
I'm trying to look into how to because I want to play Half-Life Alyx really badly, but I don't want to spend more than I don't want to spend $1 million to play it. You haven't played it, have you?
No, I haven't played it, but it's probably gonna be one of the first games I get when I get my Oculus. If I get an Oculus Quest.
How much is an Oculus Quest?
Oculus Quest is $300.
And
You have to
you
buy.
need more than just that to play the game, don't you?
No. Well,
Oh,
you need
can
your
just play it on
PC.
the Oculus Quest?
You need a PC.
So you do.
Well, I thought you meant you had to like buy base stations and buy controllers, but no, I mean if you have a PC, it can probably run it.
No.
I think it can.
No. No. Hell no.
Mm-hmm.
No way this thing's running Half-Life Alyx, right?
I don't know, man.
Let me look at the specifications. Cause I'm
Especially,
pretty
the
sure
only thing I was worried about would be RAM. And
I
you
have
a lot
plenty of
Yeah, you
RAM.
have plenty of RAM.
But I thought it was really hard to get like the game to be able to run. I thought it had really high spec.
No, not
problems.
really. It's processor, i5, memory 12 gigabytes, graphics
I don't
GTX
have enough
1060.
VRAM. I don't have enough VRAM.
Oh.
I'm 3 gigabytes short.
Are you 4 gigabytes short on RAM? Or no, I have 8 gigabytes. You have 16, don't you? Yep.
Yeah, I got plenty of RAM. I don't have enough VRAM. That's my one problem with this computer. I don't have enough VRAM.
But yeah, if I get a Quest at some point, it's probably one of the first games, and I will be rambling about it for so long because it's such a good game, dude. Such a good game.
I'd probably buy a cheap computer and then buy a Quest, but that's a lot of money. But yeah, I would have liked to have played it. I have seen a lot of people going over it and being like, you can play it for like less than $300 if you get these used things, but then not anymore because scalpers.
Oh yeah.
Probably scalpers gouging because scalpers are the worst human beings ever.
Maybe
And we'll take
not.
advantage.
Maybe not.
Okay. No, there's worse people, but they really, really suck, and I don't like scalpers at all.
They are the worst consumers.
They are. That is true.
I just like so much, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is that all we had? That's pretty much all I had.
Yeah, I think.
This concludes
we
We
had.
Shit on Nintendo episode 30.
Yeah.
I hope
They
everyone
deserve it. They completely deserved it.
They completely deserved it. But it's just funny that we keep that like every podcast there's a new shit
Well,
thing
they
that they
keep
did.
doing it.
They do keep doing it. Last few notes. Next podcast, if you want to tune in, we'll have a list of alternate games. They're just really
Yeah.
good games you can play. To list Steam Winter Sale to buy them because they're gonna be extremely
Um,
a good price. Oh, what?
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 I didn't hear you, man.
Oh.
It probably cut out.
I didn't cut out. Again, wait until this winter sale. That's probably gonna be a really good time to buy them because the prices
Yeah.
are gonna go way down. I will probably be streaming Final Fantasy VII tomorrow. If you guys want to join me on that, it'll be exciting because again, it'll be the first time I've ever experienced that game. The only spoiler I know is a spoiler everyone knows. So
Yeah.
it'll be exciting to see how that game goes. See why Cloud Strife is so loved. The only thing I know Cloud Strife from is from Kingdom Hearts. So again, that'll be exciting. So tune in if you want to see that. And I think that's all I have, unless you have a few notes.
Nope. Go buy
Alright.
Celeste though. It's $5.
Goodbye, Celeste. Goodbye, Celeste. Yeah. I hope everyone has a good night, and I hope everyone enjoy the podcast. Bye bye.